Welcome back to Bros Talking Sports. I'm your host, Oscar, here with my co-host, Shay, and Max, who is, he'll be here in a minute. We're not going to worry about him. What's going on, Shay? We've been off for 2 weeks. Been busy. Also, not a lot of stuff to do.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Busy, so I don't think we've taken a break in a while. Like, we have been pretty consistent.
Again.
This is about the time we usually take a break, though.
We're college students, so big... everyone knows kind of this is the time you have finals, semester gets finished up, so
yeah. So
now we're all done, all set.
So
it's time to relax for few months or so.
NBA conference time. Some nice. It's probably the top 5 players in the playoffs.
I put Jaden McDaniels up there, you know.
Jaden McDaniels.
They got Luka, but we got Luka, but we got Jaden McDaniels. So
all right, well. Let's kick this shit off here.
We're still waiting for Max.
No, you guys can start the trivia.
Oh, okay. He's I don't know what
he's actually not even in the frame, but he's
very excited today. So I think he's mentally preparing himself for a really, really good thing he's going to show everyone that he's been waiting a few weeks to do.
I may cut him off early.
Okay.
All right, so we got 3 trivia questions today. This was supposed to be the semifinals, but unfortunately, we filmed this a little late, so these questions are a little outdated. But since 1990, how many times have the Knicks made the conference semifinals?
Okay, let me go through the list. So, how many times? So, they went one. They've gone twice in recent years. We know they went once, and they went against Miami. That was the conference semifinals. So that's twice. It's not a win, right? It's just gone to the conference semifinals? Yes.
Yeah.
So this year, obviously, last year I think it was Miami. I think that's the 2 times in recent years. I don't know how many times they did it with Carmelo, but I believe they did it once, at least once. I'm pretty sure it was one time with Carmelo. It could be more, but I know they did it, I'm pretty sure, at least one time. Early 2000s, I'm going to say, I don't think they did it really at all. I could be wrong. Then it's the 90s. I feel like it was 3 times in 90. I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say they did it 6 times.
Okay. That's your answer to that one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who held the record for the most points in a conference semifinals game?
In a conference semifinals game. That's a great question that I couldn't tell you. Who holds the record for the most points in a conference semifinals game? I don't know. Michael Jordan dropped 50 one game. We're going to say that.
Okay.
I have no idea. What teams made the Western Conference semifinals last year? Okay, so last year was the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
The Lakers played who would have been the 3 seed last year. Who was the 3 seed?
This is where it gets tough.
Yeah. Okay, so Denver was the 1 seed, I believe. And they beat Minnesota in the first round. That's that. It was the Lakers. Obviously, the Lakers and the Nuggets. Who did the Lakers beat in the set? Oh, they beat Golden State. The Warriors beat the Kings. So that was the instead of a 2-3 match, it was a 7-6 Warriors Kings. Who was the 4-5? I'm just gonna say Dallas. I think it's either Dallas or Phoenix. But I'm gonna say Dallas. That's what.
All right.
I'm gonna say it was Dallas, Nuggets, Lakers,
Phoenix.
Warriors. Is it?
I think it's Phoenix.
I can't remember if it's Phoenix.
Well, here we go.
It was
Yeah,
Phoenix.
It was Phoenix. That was a good guess.
12.
The Knicks have gone there 12 times since 1990.
Really?
Yeah.
How many times did they go in the 90s?
Couple. They went a couple times.
Where's
they went in the 2000s.
Where's
once.
the 12? The 2000s once?
Yes.
With who? Who was on their team?
Latrell Sprewell.
They went
Allen
with
Houston.
Stephen Marbury.
Fucking Allen.
No, that was before Stephen Marbury.
All right, so I underestimated the Knicks.
It was Allen Iverson and John Havlicek.
Back in
John Havlicek was
the white goat
was
himself.
the men's, and Shay, you were so close.
It was the Suns over.
It was the Suns.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure Dallas played the Suns. I feel like, and I just couldn't remember who. Oh no! I'm so wrong. Why did I even think that? Dallas didn't make the playoffs last year.
You're right.
They were the 11th seed because remember they had a top 10 protected pick, and the whole idea was, oh, we don't make the playoff, we're gonna get a top 10 protected. That's right. I don't even know why it was Phoenix.
They got Lively, right?
I should have thought about that. Yes, and
now they're low key. I low key think they have a chance against the Timberwolves.
I do. Also, Derek Lively was like one of the. I mean,
He played
Derek
the plus
Lively,
minus against
Derek
him in
Lively,
Gafford was
and PJ
stupid.
Washington might have been the single reason they won that series. I mean, Derek Lively had a like 26 plus minus in the last game, and PJ Washington had, I think, a 30-point game and a 27-point game in that series when they won. So,
All right, you ready, Max?
It is time.
It's time for Max's hot takes. Presented by nobody.
Just make sure it's like zoomed in on each tier. Because yes, here we go. Let's start with the D tier because these movies are fucking
would you want to
atrocious.
explain what this is first?
Yeah, you probably want to
these
explain
are
to
these
the
are
people.
okay. So these are comedy movies that I got bored and I started ranking. We're gonna I don't know. We're gonna start ranking this.
Have you
That's our boy.
Have you seen all these movies?
Yes, so that's why I ranked them.
Okay, you've seen
Okay,
all these movies.
that's our boy. That's my boy. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. You know, the movie. You guys probably seen these on TikToks with like the little kid hooks up with the teacher,
Yes, actually, I have.
It's that movie.
Okay.
and that's him grown up.
Okay.
Not funny at all. The plot at the end is
Okay.
he fucks his sister.
Oh, that's I've seen that video before, just on a different site.
It's really bad. This is self-explanatory. He was only good in Cars and Loki.
I actually thought the internship wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I thought the internship
didn't
wasn't
think- I
terrible.
didn't think
The
it was
internship
awful.
is the most boring hand job movie I've ever seen.
Really?
I wanted to like it, but I just.
I didn't think the internship was too
Yeah,
bad.
I didn't think it was too
was-
bad.
It was like a It was like a nerdy goof. It was like a nerdy movie, but I thought it was like a funny nerdy movie.
And
I think I just think Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are two good actors.
Yeah.
I've never seen the campaign. I don't know what that is.
okay, it's basically Will Ferrell.
I see Will
and,
Ferrell though. To put
they-
Will
they run for
Ferrell in the
president.
D tier is kind of interesting. 'Cause
Yeah, I know. Trust me, it took a lot of strength, but the movie's really bad because they both just run for president and they do the stupidest shit to run for president.
All right, well, I haven't seen the campaign. I haven't seen the internship, and
Yeah,
the
I've seen the
internship, and I think
internship.
that's a pretty good movie.
I'm not a big. To be fair, I'm not a big movie person, and
Me
like
neither.
TV, so like
I was gonna do TV shows, but you would have no clue.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not big with movies and
Wait,
TV
we're
shows.
good right here. Scroll up. Oh wait, no, you can hide the tier. You can hide the tier. All right, we have C tier. We'll start with Daddy's Home 2. I think we all saw this in theaters.
It's the first Daddy's Home is really good, right?
Yeah.
This one's,
That's why I put Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah, I think, and that's a lot of movies. The sequel just never turns out to be as good as
They
the
brought in
original
like
movie.
more actors to try to make it fun, and it just wasn't. Central Intelligence was pretty hard to put in C tier. This
I
was
like
almost-
Central. I think
I was
Central
gonna say,
is
that
a
was
funny
pretty
movie. That's a
funny.
funny
Me too,
movie.
but there was just a lot of like missing holes in the movie that I just couldn't. make sense
It's
to.
definitely a funny movie. I'm not sure if like how
yeah, if we're
like,
ranking this
put
off comedy
together.
movies, definitely not in the seat. Definitely.
I actually.
I don't know. You're gonna see why there's a lot of more funny
And
movies.
22
then,
Jump Street.
I
I
think this is the second one.
yeah, 22 Jump Street. I
it
really
was
like.
as good as the first one.
Really, I like 22 Jump Street better. Actually, this is like the one of the movies I like the
The
sequel
only movie,
better.
the only really part.
This is the one they're in. This is the one they're in college, right?
The only good
Yeah.
part of this movie is Ice Cube.
Yeah. When and then the guy
His acting was way better.
what's his face? Jonah Hill hooks up with his daughter or whatever. And he's like, "You
That's
son
the
of a."
whole- I'm not gonna lie. If they didn't have that plot, it's in the detail.
I really like. I think 22 Jump Street. And then the end is just like a shootout. I think 22 Jump Street is. I really like 22 Jump Street actually.
And then Get Hard. I actually really
C
like.
tier?
I actually.
C tier?
I wanted to put this higher.
I mean,
I want to put this higher.
I don't think I've ever seen
wish
it.
Kevin Hart was funny.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Kevin Hart just wasn't.
No, there's no way this should be in the C tier.
It is. Scroll up. I think we're going to
I think it should be.
I might have to start
higher.
watching all these movies after this and give my like pure rankings.
Don't worry, I have more lists. This is where it gets good. These movies I could pretty much watch again.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Daddy's Home 1.
Is there an
original?
Is there an S tier?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Daddy's Home should probably be a little higher than that.
Hey, you think
Hold
it's an A?
on. We put Step Brothers and Daddy's Home in the same
Yes.
category?
I did not fuck with Step Brothers that much. It's not that funny. It's not that funny.
It's not, but it's a classic, dude.
It's a classic that's not that funny. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's a classic, so it's gotta be here. It's not that funny.
I don't know. We literally named our teacher in high school. We called him Dale. So like it was literally the funniest
Dude,
thing to us.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
be
if I can,
tough for me to beat. These
A
are
B
some.
tier.
These are some good movies. I think.
Anchorman 2. I love the cameos. The Drake
For obvious
Kanye,
reasons,
the
I
Drake
can see.
Kanye cameos.
Yeah, I can
love
see Anchorman 2. It was just like it was a sequel that everyone wanted. That like they were like, all right, what are we gonna do? We just have to make this thing insane. So they went all out and like it was. You knew it wasn't gonna be amazing. It was just gonna be like really
And
stupid and
Ron
funny.
Burgundy. He's still active to this day. Right, went on the roast to
They
Tom
just
Brady.
put they found every famous person they could. And like, we're putting him in a movie. Let's go. Everyone.
I think I just love Ron Burgundy as a character. So
Yeah.
he's got to be B tier. And 21 Jump Street,
See,
good movie.
I'm
Good
not going to
movie.
disagree, it's good, but I like to say 22 Jump Street
Maybe
better.
just
That's
because I am not
personally.
in college yet. So
I like 22 Jump Street better.
that's why I
so
put 21 Jump Street there. And then Ted 2. Ted 2 is almost borderline A. But I like Ted 1 a little bit better. But no, Ted 2, pretty good.
I still can't believe you put Step Brothers in B tier.
Can we chillax?
Yeah.
No, that's actually insane. You
Well-
put Daddy's Home and Step Brothers in the same category. I can't believe that.
Move it up. Move it up.
No, dude, I can't believe that. That's actually insane.
I think. Yes, here we go.
No way.
Anchorman is an A tier. Anchorman's not an S tier movie.
No, it's
Anchorman might be the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even.
No,
Gonna
it's too short for me. I feel like they have to have a little bit more old school.
No way.
Funniest fucking movie. I love old school.
See, I'm gonna I wasn't like I saw Old School and I was like I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was
Here's
amazing.
the problem. I still haven't seen Old School.
Oh yeah, you got to see Old School.
Mm-hmm.
It's about like it's Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn, and I don't remember the other one. They go back to college and try and like living up a college life. And just I don't know. I mean, maybe because I wasn't in college yet when I didn't see it, but like I don't know. I wasn't. It was a lot of people really like it. And I thought it was good, but I don't know. I wasn't like a huge fan of it. I didn't laugh my ass off in that one.
All right, and The Wolf of Wall Street, number 1.
Yeah, why is this
Because-
even in comedy?
I don't know, but when I saw it here, I was like, this has to be A tier because not only is it a comedy movie, it is a great movie.
It's probably an S tier movie. I mean, I just don't know.
But that's why it's an S tier movie. Comedy wise, it's A.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean-
Comedy wise, it's A.
Yes, because they know when to joke in parts of the movie,
Okay,
and the narrating's
all right.
pretty
Again,
good.
Anchorman, and I think I would put Anchorman a bit higher.
Anchorman and Wolf of Wall Street in the same category again. In comedy movies,
I'm
it's
curious. I
actually-
want to know the movies you didn't rank because there's some that I think I personally, and there's one that I would put in probably S tier because I think I've
I'll
laughed the
send you
most.
one. I'll send you one.
I've laughed the most watching this movie. I'll get to it when we get to S
Okay.
tier.
All right.
Well, we got one more tier. Move up. There it is.
Oh,
The Other Guys, the best PG-13 movie I've ever seen.
I don't think I've ever seen The Other Guys.
oh
Other Guys.
what?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Gator needed to get you punk ass bitch.
Elf is just like, I mean, I guess Elf is just for like,
No way Elf is in the same tier as Ted. No way.
Elf can be PG and funny as hell. That's why Elf is up there.
I don't think you could put Elf, dude. Elf is such a classic. Like, I don't know if you're.
That's the
gonna-
thing. Elf is a classic. Step Brothers is not a... No.
Step Brothers is a classic.
Step Brothers
Step
is
Brothers
a
has to go
classic.
higher
It's
because
just not
just because
that
it is
funny.
a classic.
It's
Dude,
not
I'd
that
put
funny.
Step Brothers and Elf
okay,
in the same category.
Movies I'm seeing that are not on here. Dumb and Dumber, I don't think is on
Yes,
here.
Dumb and
Never
Dumber's
seen it.
not on here.
You've never seen Dumb and Dumber?
That's the
Dumb and
point,
Dumber's
yeah.
funny with what's his name?
Nah.
He played the Grinch.
You
What-
didn't even...
Who played the Grinch?
That's it.
We didn't even discuss Ted. Why they're all be... All right, whatever.
Ted
But yeah.
is Ted. I mean, Ted's. Come on.
Hold on, let me just look up some of the movies we missed.
Yeah. Look up American Pie. If you guys have not seen American Pie, I've never.
They didn't have Scary Movie on there. If I did, I would have put Scary Movie in like A tier.
A scary movie.
Scary Movie's a funny movie.
Scary movies are best.
Oscar, you hit the... Just look through here.
I mean, Happy Gilmore's pretty big one.
Fucking hate... what's his name? Adam Sandler.
Really?
American
Boring as
Pie.
shit.
American Pie might be my favorite movie like ever.
Yeah.
That movie is so funny. Have you seen American Pie?
Yeah.
That
I don't
movie,
think they had it on
That
there.
movie is so
Or I just don't
funny,
remember it
especially
that
because
much.
my humor is like that of a 12-year-old. It makes me laugh so much.
Yeah, I mean...
Road Trip's apparently a big one that a lot of people see. Yeah, Happy Gilmore not being on there.
Hit the arrow button. We might have not...
There's so many of these movies. Napoleon Dynamite, obviously. That's just a goofy movie.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber not being on here.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber is a big one. That's
Yeah.
All right, next one is action movies. Horror. I don't know how... American Psycho is not a comedy.
I think a big one. You should do the Marvel. I think the Marvel movies would be good for you because you've seen those, and then I've seen those. Like we've all
I
seen those,
literally just
and you've
rewatched
seen
all of
those
them.
a bunch of times.
I just rewatched all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've all seen those a multitude of times that we could get a good ranking. There's going to be obviously one movie that's in the F tier and the only movie and it's in the F tier, and that's obvious.
What is that?
Thor: The Dark World. That has its own tier.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Love and Thunder because that's an argument too.
No, that's not as bad as the
No way.
Thor: The Dark World is like an F tier and its own. That's its own
way.
tier of movie. It doesn't get worse than that.
I think Thor has the worst trilogy after the fourth one.
I like the original.
Iron
Thor.
Man has the best.
I like the original Thor, and Ragnarok's might be arguably a top 5 Marvel movie. I think.
I think
Well,
we
we'll
have
see
to
on
do,
my list, guys.
I think we have to do a whole like podcast on that. Like a complete whole podcast
You
because
could-
that is so deep.
Yeah.
You could go so deep on that. But we are brothers talking sports, and let's kick it off here.
So next week will be Brothers Talking Marvel.
Maybe.
Or we just add another one in the week. We can get together another time during the weekend.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. Let's start off with Indiana, and I want to bring up this question. Is Indiana's run one of the worst conference runs of all time? Now, let me give you some perspective.
Oh, because they just have nobody's besides Halliburton.
Well, no, not their team, but who they played.
Last year they went to the
Okay,
finals.
they played by the end of Game 6 in Boston,
Someone steal my phone. Here it is. It fell on the couch.
in Milwaukee. There was no
Okay.
Chris
all right.
Middleton, Dame, and Giannis.
Well, Dame played sometimes, but then Chris also. But Giannis
I'm
didn't
saying
play
by
at
the
all.
end of Game 6, the three of them were out.
Okay.
Same thing in New York. Top 3 players were out.
Well, see
OG,
here's where in New York
Randall,
I'm
and
going to argue. Brunson played literally every game. He basically
I
played all
know.
the time. He played all the time. I'm not going to. Who else are you saying was out? OG. He was actually hurt.
Yeah. Randall, gone.
If Randall was there, the Knicks would have probably lost in the first round because Randall makes the team worse. So any Knicks fan can be like, listen, if any true like basketball fan knows, Julius Randle makes that team worse because what he does is he takes shots away from Jalen Brunson, and we all know how Julius Randle is in the playoffs. He's like a 20-something% shooter in the playoffs. He's bad. He would have made if the Knicks want to be like serious, like in contending team, they need to get rid of Julius Randle, I think, or they have to tell him like you can't shoot the ball, like you're not. Because that was Julius Randle's thing for the longest time. He was their ball-dominant guy. He can't do that anymore. Like, no way. He has to learn.
The only argument I have against that is the Knicks were so good when the three of them were on the court together. They were like
because
17-4.
Randle kind of like didn't like have the ball. Like he was like, all right, I'll take a step back. But when he for some reason that guy gets in the playoffs, he needs the ball in his hand like every single time. It makes no sense. So he needs to either learn his role or he needs to like get out.
I don't know. But I just think that like it. One of the Mickey Mouse runs is definitely the Hawks run. Is this worse or better than the Hawks run that the Pacers had? Is this when it comes to like?
Listen, I don't know. Like
opponents.
I can't tell you like in the past and how it is.
I'm just bringing up the Hawks because the Hawks.
Listen, they beat a beat up Boston, beat up Milwaukee team. I'm not gonna give you that, but they beat they beat a good Knicks team. I'm not gonna argue and say this or that. They beat a good Knicks. This Pacers team is solid. They have a very good. One of the best point guards in the league, Tyrese Halliburton. He could shoot, he could pass, he could do everything offensively. Now, if the Pacers, here's the thing, I think it's matchups is the big thing. If the Pacers matched up against like the Sixers, I think Joel Embiid could average 50 points against them because Miles Turner is like such a defensive liability inside. Like he plays like he just plays on the perimeter most of the time. He gets a couple blocks here and there. That's all he's gonna do. He would just get bullied around. So. I think if they played against Giannis, like if Giannis played, Giannis might have averaged 50 against them because again, they didn't have anyone who was going to guard Giannis. They would probably try and put Siakam on him and see how that goes. That would have just went bad.
So the first round, the Hawks beat the Knicks 4-1 that year.
Then they beat the Sixers. I know that.
Then they beat the Sixers.
Shout out Derrick Rose right there. Only good guy in this Knicks team.
This was the Knicks.
Who's at the top of the board?
Oh. I mean, think about it now. It was Rose, Randall, Barrett. His Knicks team was not good. I mean, looking back on it, they were not the best Knicks team.
Derrick Rose was their leading scorer. Yeah, I mean that kind of
Shay,
explains it enough.
Get him off! He didn't even do bad.
Where's Jalen?
He shot 47% with 20
Yeah,
points.
okay, and we're gonna go back to this. Julius Randle, under 30%, and yeah, actually 33% from three. Honestly, that's better than I would have expected. He shot under 30% from the field, and you're gonna tell me like this, like if this guy was there, he would have helped the Knicks so much. He would.
They could have used Derrick Rose.
He would have taken shots away from Jalen Brunson.
But the reason why they
and
lost
everything.
versus the Pacers because I was watching this when I went bowling. No fucking offense on that team. There's no offense.
On
So
the-
easy
on
for
the Knicks?
the Pacers who suck
The
defensively.
Knicks,
They didn't have to do shit.
The Knicks run through Jalen Brunson a lot, and they rely on him to be a big
You
scorer for
can't
them.
have role players like
But when-
fucking what's his name, Joshua Hart and Donna DiVincenzo. They're not going to do anything.
When Jalen Brunson can't, isn't
DiVincenzo's
play-
the only one that actually did
when
it.
Jalen Brunson isn't shooting
yeah,
so
when
well,
it's catch and shoot. You want that guy to make a two dribble move crossover? Hell no.
when Brunson has to shoot, like when Brunson's struggling, that's when the Knicks struggle because they don't really have another guy to go to. And maybe that's where Randall would help.
Yeah.
But again, I think if Randall was there and Brunson was good, like it would be tough because Randall would be like, I want the ball. And Brunson's hot. But then Randall's like, no, I want the ball. And then it would be a whole issue. So
listen, I think this Knicks team was not very good. This Hawks team was also not very good, but they had a lot better. I think just a better roster all around.
The Hawks were the 1 seed?
They were the 5 seed this year.
In the series.
Yeah, the
5 and 4?
Yeah, 5 versus 4. And then we had the Sixers, the Ben Simmons meltdown.
This is where he didn't put the ball in the basket.
I mean,
right?
look at Trae Young shot almost below 30% from 3. He shot 32%. I mean,
well, it's the Sixers in the second round. We know how that goes. That's just like the story to be terrible.
Seth Curry was their second leading scorer. That's fucking scary.
And we know because we know how Tobias Harris is in the postseason. He's bad. Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons.
He had scored 69 points. 69 points. Holy God.
Seth Curry shot almost 60% from 3. That's actually pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie.
Jimmy Butler put up
on a lot of shots.
69 points in 2 games. This dude, oh God.
Frank Kaminsky scored 7 points per game.
Frank Kaminsky?
That's
4 concourse match.
Oh my God.
That's
Holy shit, is that Dwight Howard?
That's Ferk.
And Isaiah Joe and fucking Mike Scott.
I look at that. Maybe this is why they lost because Isaiah Joe is getting 1 minute. 1 minute.
I mean,
that guy's starting for the Thunder now.
Maxi
Guess where they are now, Shea? Cancun.
Maxi played 77.
Well, that's not. I'm not gonna say it's Isaiah. Isaiah Joe was like one of the best 6 men this year.
And then the Eastern Conference Finals, I think they lost 4. They lost 4-2. They actually took 2 games. They took game 1 and they took game 4.
We're saying a lot. Listen, I think a lot of missed things. You're saying like the Pacers are like, oh, it's like this what do you call it, a Mickey Mouse run? You'd be like, oh, there's so many things about people are saying about the playoffs this year. I think it's just like I mean
it's a lot of luck.
I think we're discrediting teams now.
I don't think so. I think if the Knicks were healthy and the Bucks were healthy, they both would have beaten the Pacers.
Well, I agree. If the Bucks were healthy, they would have beaten the Pacers because no one could guard Giannis. The Pacers couldn't. Here's the issue: the Pacers can't guard a big because who's their big? Miles Turner. Turner couldn't guard like a rock.
But think about it: the first 2 games that
if the Bucks were healthy,
OG was healthy.
If the Bucks were healthy, they'd be playing against the Celtics right now. I'm gonna just say that.
If what?
If the Bucks were healthy, they'd be playing the Celtics right now in the conference.
Yeah,
finals.
because
probably.
Because I mean,
they would have beaten the Pacers, and I think they would have beat the Knicks too.
There was just so much pressure on Dame where he just couldn't perform for 2 games straight. And I mean, you can't ask a guy
it's not even
to
that.
carry you every
when
night.
he performed, then he just got double teamed and locked off. So it was like you're not gonna have the ball anymore, and we're just gonna.
And then Chris Middleton, Jesus Christ.
Also, the Pacers.
Chris Middleton is very.
I don't want to discredit the Pacers because the Pacers were like the best offense in the league this year. Some games they would just shoot 70%, and you can't discredit that. It's just they shot the ball really well sometimes.
That's true.
If teams had a big and could expose, like here they go, they play Boston. Boston doesn't have a dominant center. They might be able to squeak through. Like,
no,
I think the thing that could beat the Pacers is someone who could is big and can play inside. And the Bucks had Giannis, he was hurt. The Knicks didn't have that, and the Celtics don't have that. So I think, is there a chance that the Pacers can win the series? Yeah, I think so. Will they win? Probably not. But I'm just not saying don't count them out just because the matchup isn't the worst for them. If they could, they just got to slow down Boston. Boston's a great defensive team, but the Pacers got to play fast.
All right. Will the Timberwolves.
The Timberloads. Can you shut the fuck up?
Will the Timberwolves?
Will the Timberwolves use the same approach the Thunder did to Luka Doncic?
I hope not. I hope not.
Yes?
Yeah.
They're going to double Luka the whole series?
That's how you lose.
You saw what happened to the Thunder when they did it. Actually, no. You gotta make sure that just Kai and Luka or
Kai. First of all,
they have enough defenders to just one-on-one matchups, and they will win. I feel like
that's what I said with the Thunder, but for some reason,
what? No.
What, the Thunder don't have
Shy versus Ant. I'd take Ant. Jaden McDaniels versus who?
What are you talking about?
What are we?
One-on-one matchups.
I'm talking about that the Thunder had the guys to guard the Mavericks guys one-on-one and not double, but they didn't do that. You put Lou Dort on Luka. I think he does a solid enough job. Luka's going to score. That's fine. But he does a
That
solid
linebacker
enough.
might do it.
He's physical and he does a solid job. Now, obviously,
not
Luka.
gonna get tackled or
Obviously,
something.
listen. You could if you're a Mavericks fan, I'm sorry, but Luka's a crybaby. I don't care what anyone says. I think we've seen it. Like I liked watching Luka until the
I'm just saying,
until
Shay,
that
I've been
playoff
on
series.
Twitter a lot, and the most person that's getting shit on is Shy for being a free throw merchant.
I know. Did you? And then have you seen who took more free throw attempts through the series? It was Luka by like a good amount. That's what I'm saying. So people don't. That's the thing.
I feel like just because the regular season more, Shy had way more free throw
people
attempts.
just and like I said, I mean, people just read like and see stuff.
both
They don't
play pussy.
actually watch like basketball, and I don't even watch much basketball. But like watching the playoffs, and I mean, Luka's fun to watch. This postseason, every time he takes a shot, he's complaining to a ref about a foul call. Even when he gets the foul call, he's saying stuff always, the entire time. And it's like, all right, dude, like you don't have to do this. But I think the Thunder better approach would have been you could put Lou Dort on Luka. He would have done. Luka was going to score, but he would have done okay. You could put SGA on Kyrie Irving. He would have not. Again, Kyrie didn't even do amazing this series. I mean,
He didn't. No, he did good for
the
like
final
2
game.
games.
He had a crazy. He just chucked up a 3-pointer, went in, but he was shooting 40% that game. So I think he would have done a decent job. So I think if the Timberwolves go into this game and go, hey, maybe we'll put Jay McDaniels on Luka, try that out, and we'll go Ant on Kyrie straight up. I think they can, and they just leave it like that. And then all you got to do with them, the Mavericks can't space. When Derek Lively's on the court, I don't think he's a stretch big. Like I think he has to stay. He can't score from the outside. So all you do is you have those two guys press up, and you stick Rudy Gobert in the paint and let him protect down low. And I think the Mavericks can match up well with very well with this
this
Dallas team.
gonna-
And I don't think Dallas can match up well with I don't think anyone you don't have anyone that's going to really guard Anthony Edwards. I think this is
my winner for the series. I think it has to be the Wolves in 7 or 6. You got to think they're just so fun.
I don't think this series.
There's lows. You get past him, you got to get past Rudy Gobert now. You get past him, you got to get past Jalen McDaniels.
That's what I'm saying. The Wolves
so good
can
defensively.
press out and play up on Luka, so he can't just chuck threes. And then even if he somehow blows by him, well, they got bigs inside to cover that.
This team can
and
fucking lock up the Knicks. This team can fucking lock up them. And
I
they were pressing them at half court, and the Knicks were screwed.
I would never say the Pacers pressed the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks.
I'm gonna make sure when we edit this, I'm gonna throw a couple clips in of them guarding them at half court.
Well, he did guard him at half
the
court.
Pacers pressing the Knicks.
Oh, they
They
did
did it every game.
Yeah, in
pressed
game
the
6 and
Knicks,
7.
I wouldn't say they locked up the Knicks.
I saw Joshua Hart struggling for his
no,
life
yeah, they
taking up the
definitely
ball.
they didn't. I wouldn't say
Lock
they
up the
locked
Knicks.
up the Knicks, but
They
this
definitely-
is how the
played
Pacers
press.
play defense. They know they're not going to play good in the back end, so they try and press up to create turnovers quickly, and then they'll let the Knicks. Maybe they get out and they go for a score, but then the Pacers get a rebound, they go, and that was a big reason the Knicks couldn't. The Knicks thrived off offensive rebounds, but if you try and go for an offensive rebound and you don't get the offensive rebound, guess who's back on defense? Nobody. So the Pacers just go
This
back and
dude's
score.
cherry-picking.
They literally, that's what they do. One grabs
They
the rebound,
did.
and
They did, though.
you have Naismith or Nebhard like just going, and there's like, oh, there you go, we're gonna go and get easy layup. Boom. That's what the Pacers do. They get two guys out
But-
and running. Guy grabs the ball and he pushes transition.
This team has gotten so much rest because this went to a game.
That's the thing. Listen, if there's ever a time for Boston to win, this is Boston's year to win.
They've
They were
had
the
so
best.
much rest.
They were the best team in the regular season. We all said that. We all said, oh, we worry if they have to match up against Denver. They don't have to match up against Denver. We said, maybe Milwaukee, if healthy, gives them a tough time. They don't have that. They can go through the Pacers and then Dallas or Minnesota. If they play Dallas, they might sweep Dallas in the finals. I'm just going to say that. That's maybe 4-1. Minnesota, I think, gives a better series. That might go to 6. It even could go to 7. I still think this is Boston's year to win.
I need to know what the odds are for Minnesota to win the finals because I would probably pick them to win
I'll
the
check.
finals.
Is your bet? I don't disagree. They should beat.
It won't be accurate.
To be
but
fair,
it'll be
I
a
think
good
Minnesota
outcome.
beats Dallas
like,
pretty good. I think this could be in 5-6 games at most, kind of
Because
thing.
I think if the Timberwolves beat Dallas, I think they easily beat.
Okay,
the
so
They
to win
should-
The,
I think
to
they
win
should
the
beat
finals,
Dallas.
the Celtics are the favorite of
They're probably
minus
minus.
160.
Yeah.
Timberwolves are plus 280. Mavs are plus 500, and Pacers are plus 2,600.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a little sprinkle. It's like $5 sprinkle on
I
that.
wouldn't
see what
even-
happens.
And for the NBA Finals exact results, the most probable outcome is the Celtics beat the Wolves. What is it the other way around? The Wolves beat
That's plus.
Wolves beat the Celtics is plus 330.
I'd take that right there. That's what I would like.
I like
If I was,
that.
if I was a betting man, I'd take
I would
that.
sprinkle $5 on the Pacers just in case, maybe they go on. Listen, they
How
can.
would you like
They
the
can
Pacers
shoot
beat the
70%.
Wolves?
They can shoot 70% on a given
Where's
night.
that?
All they have to do is do that 4 times and they win.
Pacers beat the Wolves in the finals is 3,800.
I would sprinkle it.
I put a dollar.
I'd sprinkle it. Because think, The Pacers can shoot 70%. All they have to do is do that 4 times. They win the series. Just 4 out of 7 games they win, and then they got to do it again. That's just they did twice against the Knicks, right? I think they had 2 games where they shot ridiculous numbers.
Well, they came back from a 3-1 deficit.
He's not wrong.
No, they didn't.
The one reason why Miami took a game on Boston
Pacers?
was because they shot like
Yeah,
60.
the Knicks blew a 3-1 lead.
Oh, they did? Wait, no, I thought it was 2-2, and then the Knicks.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Oh,
It
It was
right.
2-2. It definitely wasn't a
2-2.
3-1 because we
Yeah.
be talking about a lot more if it was a 3-1.
It was 3-2.
It was 2-0, and then it was 2-2 real quick, and then it was 3-2. Yeah.
Oh, is this podcast long enough? Almost.
Let's see what else.
NFL schedule came out.
We're saving the NFL for next week. We gotta go over each division.
Did you guys look at the Steelers schedule?
Yeah, good
No one
fucking
talking
luck.
about that.
They're still
I
gonna-
searched some guy who was like, they'll win like 12 games. I'm like, did you even look at the schedule?
Wait, why is it really bad?
The last half of the season is like play the Browns twice, the Ravens twice, the Bengals twice, the Chiefs and the Eagles is their last 8 games. You could lose like all 8 of those realistically.
might, yeah.
Like it's like their toughest schedule. They have like a bye week and then they just get crammed with like their best opponents. Defenses that are just going to beat them up, like kind
You
of
guys want
stuff.
to do our very, very early Super Bowl predictions?
No.
I mean, if you want to bet the Chiefs, that's probably your best option.
Why would you say that?
Early Super Bowl
You
predictions.
sure? Their PR team's going through a lot right now.
Dude, Rasheed Rice is like, and Harrison Bark.
He's probably going to get Watson.
Rasheed
from
Rice
murder.
apparently is like going to participate in like the OTAs or whatever. Like he's already going to start like next week practicing or this week. My early Super Bowl prediction is going to be the. I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
I'm trying to think who gets out in the NFC.
Definitely not. Niners don't make it again. Super Bowl curse.
I almost want to say the Lions. I almost want to say the Lions go against the. Who we got in the Lions Jets. Dude, I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Jets. The Jets can be scary. If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, the Jets are scary.
All right. Let's get back to the NBA here. Top 10 players in the playoffs.
Left?
Yeah, left.
Okay.
Want to take any from these boards?
Well, there's 5 right up there.
I'm gonna say.
Is this the order right here, 1 through 5? Would you put?
I would say so. No, I wouldn't put him in my top 5.
What?
Really?
What?
I think this is one. I would say Lucas.
I would put Kyrie over this fucking fool right here.
Honestly, okay, that's crazy.
No, it's not.
I'm almost debating Anthony Edwards number 1, and I'm not even.
No,
kidding.
I'm me too.
I'm not even kidding. I'm debating Anthony. I'll keep Luka at 1. I will go Anthony Edwards 2, and I'll go Jason Tatum 3. Tyrese Halliburton's definitely number 4. I think he is.
Yeah.
I mean, scoring like 30-something points a game. Tennessee passes the ball very good.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
I don't know if I put Jalen. I think I put Kyrie.
You put Kyrie over Jalen Brown. Kyrie didn't do much that last
Yeah, but
year.
Kyrie's so good, dude.
He is.
I know.
but
No, but there hasn't been a game where he didn't put up like 24 points.
Jalen
Yeah,
Brown.
he's been consistent.
He's just consistent. He scored. He doesn't.
Kai is not right
he's
now.
not going for 50, but he's going to give you 20 plus and plays defense. Like I think I'd go Jalen Brown 5. I'll go Kyrie 6.
Jalen Brown with his left hand.
Yeah.
All right,
Pascal.
let's eliminate the pick.
With his left hand.
Jalen Brown with left hand is
Top 50?
13 players on each team, 52. Yeah, we'll give him top 50, but probably like 49 or 50. And the only 2 guys worse than him are like Jeff Smith and like some random dudes on the
Is
bench.
that an AI from 2K?
Yeah, probably.
That's 68 when you get
Dumb Bill or whatever they used to get like create for you, 40 overalls. I'll put this 5 and I'll put Kyrie 6. All right, so none of the Pacers players are left. None of the Mavericks players are left. Crossed both those teams off the list.
What?
you don't
Pascal Siakam?
I wouldn't say Pascal Siakam. Dude, Pascal Siakam shoots 45% from the free throw line.
He struggles there. It's fine.
Okay, I wouldn't take anybody in the Mavericks over.
No,
Pat.
definitely not in the Mavericks.
I'd
Unless
take-
you're taking PJ Washington on a rare
Why
occasion
not
to score
the best
30.
roster in the fucking league?
Well, that's why I'm probably going to put Derek White up in that top 10 because Derek White's a baller.
yeah.
What? I would take Pascal Siakam over Derek White.
Derek White not
No,
only shoots
no.
the ball like 50-something% from
Dude,
3.
Pascal Siakam is consistently good on a night-to-night basis. You're going to get
He
20
shot
points,
like 20%.
7 rebounds.
Sent the other, and he shoots like 45% from the free throw line.
No.
I would hack-a-shack him in the fourth quarter because he can't hit free throws.
Absolutely not. Pascal Siakam is a good NBA player.
I mean, I saw a list before in the semifinals that Derek White was a top 10 player. In the semifinals, not the final, the semifinals.
I put Cat probably next. Cat is very good offensively.
I like Cat, yeah. Cat's really good on the road.
I could go Cat.
I know that as a betting man. Cat destroys on the road.
I could go Cat at 7. That's fine.
But yeah, no, I would definitely put Pascal.
Sam Hauser, everybody?
What?
We're looking at Sam Hauser.
Oh, Sam Hauser, he's a stud.
Great fucking 3-point shooter. I'll tell you that. 2 for 2 average.
Listen, are
Bet
we-
on that man over 1.5 3
Are we
points
talking
every
about
night for
because
the
like if we're
Celtics.
talking about like how like valuable and these players, like I would argue Jaden McDaniels is up there because he's so valuable to that team because of just how good he is on defense.
Yeah, but it's best players.
Rudy Gobert,
Yeah.
you could argue because he's just how I don't
Yeah,
know.
but do we like
Well,
I don't know if you
I think Rudy Gobert is a top 10 player in the.
It's tough to say though because I just don't know his true like value and what like. Like I don't know how much like I don't know.
I can do my top 5 really quick if you mind.
It's right here.
It's right here.
No, he's not in here.
That's wild.
Wow.
That
He's
is
sick.
out
He's
there.
6.
He's
you put
6.
ahead of
That's
him?
crazy.
Kyrie.
That's
Oh
wild.
my
Shut
god!
the fuck up. When it matters, Kyrie shows up.
I love. Listen, don't get me wrong. I love Kyrie. I think he's one of the best.
Kyrie would
basketball-
smoke this motherfucker.
I think Kyrie's one of the best
Would
basketball players
smoke
still in the
this dude.
league. Like,
if
dude,
this dude's on the Mavs, they're not that good.
like I think Kyrie's a stud.
Let's see if
But
ES
better than Halliburton?
I want to see
Yeah.
if ESPN has a list.
Oh,
No offense, he went up against the Knicks and Jalen Brunson. I'm not giving this dude. He versed a tired Josh Hart half the series, and he still barely put up like what 10 points.
yeah. I don't know if I could do that.
When it comes to scoring, this guy fucking sucks.
Like I think Pascal Siakam is should be up there in top 10. Rudy
Oh,
Gobert,
no, yeah, he's a good scorer.
Rudy Gobert and Cat, I think are 2.
Okay, so this
So that gives me
give me
9.
sport.com. Went Luca at 1,
Okay.
Anthony Edwards at 2, Jason Tatum at 3, Kyrie Irving at 4,
Yep.
and Pascal Siakam at 5.
See,
That's an
he's not, get this fucking fool out of there.
Like you guys gotta give some more respect to Pascal Siakam though.
No, I agree. I'm not disrespecting him. I think he's like he
think
might be after Halliburton for me, or he might be in front. I think he's in front of Halliburton for me.
I could argue that. I think Pascal Siakam is a very good basketball player.
I'm curious. I want to see this. I'm pulling up the stat sheet, see what we got. Because I saw Tyrese averaged like 30 and 8 in this series. He had multiple 30-plus point games. I know that. One game he had 35 on like 60% shooting.
Trying to think who else.
Was
There's a lot of good role players in this postseason. I know that. But if I were to rank top 10, I mean, there's very close. I don't know who would be 10. Maybe
Yeah. I think it would be somebody from Boston. You still have Porzingis.
Probably
so,
Derek White.
So
Derek White
Halliburton
would be-
averaged
over Porzingis.
21 and 7.
Drew Holiday.
Derek White's better than
Drew Holiday and Porzingis.
Derek White's the third best player.
Porzingis has been hurt.
Derek White is the third best player in the Celtics.
Drew Holiday though, he's not bad.
No.
What'd you say, Shay?
I said Tyrese has averaged 21 and 7, which is actually lower than I thought.
Yeah.
But to be fair, also, it's tough to judge because some of those games were blowouts where he got like pulled out of the game in the fourth quarter. He didn't even play the entire fourth quarter.
But if
I bet you if he did, he wouldn't put up that much stats.
Dude, he averaged 21, 7, 2, and 1. 2 steals and a block.
Tyrese is like a worse Luka Doncic. No rebounding.
What the fuck was that take?
Dude, okay.
No. He's
no.
honestly, I kind
He's
of agree.
Chris Paul.
No.
A scorer can pass. Sucks on defense.
Dude, watch how Tyrese plays though. He shoots so slow and he plays slow as well.
Yeah.
He plays
That's his fault.
so
he never
like
went,
Luka.
he never went to Chris
The
Berkeley's.
only reason he gets more rebounds, again, also he's like 6'8".
Yeah, he's
6'7".
6'8".
He's big.
And
They're similar players.
They're very
I
similar
agree with
players.
that.
I don't see
Luka
that.
defensively, not so good. Tyrese
Yeah.
Halliburton on defense is like non-existent.
Yeah.
I've
He's-
never seen him shoot a free throw.
I'll tell you what he shot. You want to know his free throw percentage?
He's a good free throw shooter.
He shot.
For some reason, I just don't.
He's a good shooter.
I only see him passing and shooting behind
He
the arc.
shot 80% from.
He's a good
He
shooter.
only attempted.
I would've
only
put-
attempted 10 though. He only attempted 10.
Yeah, see, then how are you going to compare them when he does 40 a game? No.
True. Tyrese doesn't drive because he just passes or
Yeah.
he shoots, and he shoots great. He shot. What did he shoot from 3 this series?
That's the thing. This team only
44% from 3
Yeah,
in that
he's a
series.
good three-point shooter.
44% is pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, he's a worse.
54 from the field. That's very impressive.
He's a worse Luka Doncic. I think Tyrese is a better shooter than Luka, but he doesn't rebound as well. And I think actually Luka plays better defense, even though Luka doesn't play any defense. I think he plays better. And I would also take Tyrese I would take Luka's passing over Tyrese.
I would take this top 5. We're gonna put Kyrie at 6.
Okay.
Cat,
Cat.
seven.
Cat.
We're gonna go Cat 7 or Pascal 7. We'll go Cat 7, Pascal 8.
That's fine.
Zingis or Derek
No,
White?
Derek White's definitely 9.
Rudy
He's
Gobert?
next. And Gobert's 10.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I feel like those guys all pretty much got to be in the top 10. And so
Yeah, I think that's a top 10. Yeah, Derek White's definitely the third best player in the Celtics.
I'm sorry.
no
I would
way.
still argue Drew Holiday to be in there.
Over who?
Derek White.
ask any Celtics fan or anybody, they will totally say like no, not even close.
Maybe because he hasn't been shooting well. But I mean, when it comes to rebounding and
trying to look at
assists,
I want to
he's
see
better
what.
than Derek White.
So
at those-
Luka
at that.
in the series, he averaged about 25 and 9.
Yeah, but he was doubled the whole.
Sure, but it's still
Like,
very impressive.
to the-
Shooting
I know.
45 and 39.
That's what I'm saying. Dude is.
All right, just to let you guys know,
Actually
SGA
insane.
averaged 32 and 7 on 55% from.
Oh no, it's not
three.
his fault.
So
Besides, the
I got
foul.
told that Luka played better in the series than SGA did. So I just wanted to clarify. And apparently I'm wrong.
It was close though.
Apparently I'm
it was
wrong.
close.
The guy who averaged 32 points on 55% shooting from 3. He's.
Shay, are you okay, man?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated.
It's like I'm fine. I'm just.
Hey, listen, it's okay. I'm used to this Nick shit. So
No, I think I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting them to win. It was the fact.
I did.
It was what I got.
I got blue balls.
The responses I got after, what I got sent to me after the game, and the audacity to tell me that they're the worst 1 seed in NBA history when you're a Raptors fan, and you got swept
By
in the
King.
second round. You got swept. You did not even win a single
Yeah, but
game.
wasn't it?
But apparently they're the worst 1 seed.
But
No.
it was LeBron.
let's never forget.
You know who their second best player was?
Who?
Kevin Love. And you know who the third best player
Shay,
was?
2018
Guess,
LeBron.
you know who the next best player was? Tristan Thompson and
Oscar
Matthew
was the tricks on
Dellavedova.
it. 2018 LeBron.
I'm not saying he was bad,
that
but
might be the best player of all time.
Yeah.
no,
it's-
I'm not disagreeing, but you can't win a game, and you're going to tell me that you're
To
not
be
the
honest,
worst
Shay, I
one
don't
seed.
think if put us three against 2018
They got
LeBron,
swept.
I don't think we score a point
No.
in 25 minutes.
Well, obviously, because we stink. But I'm telling you, no, like you're not gonna tell me.
That's a dangerous man.
Well, I'd take
That's
I'd
it.
take the three of us in 25 minutes to score one basket.
Against LeBron?
Against LeBron. Just against LeBron.
Oh yeah, true. I would. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Because
get some run.
we would just sit on the arc and we could
Yeah.
just pass back and forth till one of us gets an open shot, and eventually it'll go in.
Exactly.
Eventually.
For
I can hit one eventually. Like once
For
I get
25
enough-
minutes, yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're not going to tell me a team with a guy who averaged 32 on 50 and 55 shooting splits
Yeah.
is the worst 1 seed in history. It just makes no sense. And the Thunder will be back.
In history? No, definitely not.
will be
Yeah,
back.
I won't
They will be
surprised.
back.
I think the Hawks were a 1 seed one time
Maybe. I don't know.
with Joe Johnson, Al Horford. Yeah, they were.
They were in
The
2015, I
Hawks
think.
were one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also got bitched by LeBron, so that's all. Yep, them too. The Raptors literally were known as LeBron's bitches every single year, so that's a whole different story.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
The Celtics, the Bucks were a 1 seed last year and lost in the first round. So you're going to tell me they're not the worst 1 seed in history? They
Well,
lost in the first
I
round.
said I saw a post today. It said let's appreciate LeBron making the finals 8 times in a row. That's actually still
That's
impressive.
impressive. It is. Actually, I wanted to bring this up. I don't know how much time we have left.
Got like
Bring it
5
up, yeah.
minutes. It's up.
I want to argue this because the LeBron Jordan GOAT debate is like a big debate.
It's still Jordan, but it's getting
Here's
closer.
the thing, though, and you could say LeBron went to 8 straight finals in his prime, but can we argue that there's a player better than prime Jordan?
Yeah.
You think prime LeBron's better than Jordan?
Oh yeah. I would take.
How many?
If we could rank them, are we talking? I think it's 2018 LeBron, 2016.
No. I'm not going. I'm not. No.
2020?
Not off 1 season. Not 1 season. I'm talking like
Oh.
a 7 to 8 year stretch. Just want to let you guys know, Jordan went to 6 finals in a row. When he played the full season in a row. Because remember, he went 90,
took a
91,
break.
92, 93. Took 2 seasons off, but one of those he played a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
And then they lost to
to Orlando.
Is that when he
Orlando
won
to
number
Shaq.
45?
What?
That's
Yes,
when-
yes, that's where we went 4 to 5. Then he won 3 in a row. So in 6 full seasons, Jordan won 6 finals. I don't think there's a player you could debate that's better than winning 6
in
full
that
seasons.
6-year stretch. No.
That's what I mean. There's no prime player that's better. So like when you go like who's the best player in a stretch like that, it's Jordan, like
Yeah.
by a mile. Obviously, there's the Jordan LeBron GOAT debate, and you could argue whatever you want. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, we've
but I'm just
done that
saying.
30 times
I'm just
over.
saying like if you want to argue with me that there was a player better than like anybody's stretch of like prime, like you can't say a guy who went 6 for 6 is like.
Yeah, I mean, if I were going off one season, like I had
one season that's different. So like I said, you probably 2018 LeBron, probably the best player of all time. I mean, he averaged like 35, like in the playoffs, like unbelievable numbers. On literally the worst team I think I've ever seen. Like
that guy almost.
If you take LeBron off that team, I don't know if they win 30 games. Like that's how bad.
You have
they
to
were.
understand that guy almost beat the in game one. The Warriors.
Yeah,
he almost beat the Warriors.
He should have beaten the Warriors. That's the thing. They should have won that game.
Yeah,
because they get the ball and boom, he gets the ball. He hits a shot. The game they win the game. He's not missing. Game over.
So
they should have beaten that. And the game, maybe that series goes differently with a game under their belt.
Mm-hmm. Well, they shouldn't even. The Warriors shouldn't even gotten there. The Rockets should have beat them.
Sure, the Rockets
missed 27 threes.
Dude, the amount of times we can go through back in history, remember when the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead to the Cavs? The Warriors, again, they shouldn't have been there. The Thunder blew a 3-1 lead first. The Thunder should not have blew a 3-1 lead to them. And then we have Thunder Cavs. And again, Cavs probably win, but there's no 3-1. That's a historic series that just gets wiped out. And are we even talking about the 73-9 Warriors anymore if they lose in the conference finals compared to the finals? So imagine you losing 4-1 in the conference finals. That team does not get talked about as one of the best teams of all time at that point. They were a great regular season team, but a fraud in the final.
That's when they versus Houston with Chris Paul.
No. When they 2018 when the Warriors were loaded and they beat the Cavs. In 2016 when they went 73-9, they played the Thunder in the conference finals, and the Thunder went up 3-1, and then they blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
And then the Warriors went up 3-1 against the Cavs and blew the 3-1 lead.
And then Durant joined them the next year.
And then Durant joined them.
Yeah.
They won.
Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go to.
They won. Wait. Yeah, they won one final. Wait, how does that? I feel like that's off.
They won 2016.
2018 was the second one. Yeah, 2018 was the second one because they still had Kyrie for the first one.
2016.
Kyrie won 4, right? I mean not Kyrie. Curry won 4.
Yeah. They won in 2017. They kind of just beat up.
He won 2 with Durant and 2 without Durant.
And then Kyrie left, and then LeBron took that team again to the finals. Again, that team probably wouldn't have won 30 games without LeBron that year. I don't know if Kevin Love.
I couldn't believe they still traded Kyrie.
And Tristan Thompson.
Makes no sense. They traded Kyrie.
For who? Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, literally Isaiah Thomas.
And he didn't play at all for them.
No, he didn't even start
Yeah.
coming towards the end of the season, because that's how bad he was.
Yeah, and then you got
Still a good player though. You can't discredit his time.
He wasn't even in the rotation.
No.
That's how bad he was that year.
In his career, with Boston, he was great.
Yeah.
I don't know if he took them to the conference finals, but he single-handedly one time carried them to the conference semifinals.
Well, they also had one of the best coaches too, Brad Stevens.
Well, yeah, true, but he was the only player on that team. Really, it was him and I don't even know if Al Horford
Avery
was there at the
Bradley.
time. Avery Bradley, yes.
Yeah.
That team was it was just a grit and grind team, and they won a playoff series. I don't remember who they beat, but they won a playoff series, and everyone was like, wow. Isaiah Thomas, stud.
Jason Tatum.
I think he dropped 50 to win or so.
I think Jason Tatum was on that team. I think he was rookie.
Maybe.
The NBA all rookie second team just dropped. It's got your boy K.S. Wallace on it.
K.S. Wallace is
Derek
a
Lively,
solid
Gigi
player.
Jackson, Kavante George, and
We don't play rookies.
Eamon Thompson.
So what do we think the all-rookie first team is going to be? It's going to be Wemby.
Oh, it dropped.
Wemby. Wait, I'm going to guess. I'm going to be Wemby, Chet, Brandon Miller, Jaime Jaquez. He didn't make the team? Really?
Where? Oh, yeah.
He's on the first team?
Yes.
So that's 4. I'm trying to think who's the other one. Who am I forgetting?
This one's tough. Western Conference. I don't think you'll get this one.
I'm trying to think of who had a... I don't know. I can't think of what's on my head.
Western Conference guard.
Yeah, I know it's a guard. I just can't think of
Plays in the Pacific Division.
Oh, the Warriors kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. That's about what you would expect. They were the best guys by far. The Thunder need to listen. Chet's a great player. He's just not a center. It's just how it is. He's got to learn. You can't. Your center can't be grabbing 3 rebounds.
That'd be nice if you guys had a Rudy Gobert.
Perfect. A perfect fit would be a Rudy Gobert.
No, it only costs you 5 first-round picks.
now it might be even more. We want 8 first rounders.
See what Gordon Hayward came out and say? He felt like he could have done more in the series if he got more minutes. Do you agree?
Gordon Hayward was he was on pace to be one of the worst playoff performances all time. Most minutes without any points scored In 43 minutes, he had 0 points scored. So I don't know what you're talking about. He needs more minutes.
No, yeah, that's what he came out and said. I don't know.
There's like a stat where he was on pace. If they like the Thunder, I don't think he could have because they lost. But if they would have won this series and moved on, he was going to be he was on pace to be the most minutes played in a playoff run with the no points scored.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So listen, Gordon Hayward. No.
All right.
He's just being silly.
That was a filler. Like that was just a dump, and he's gone. And now they're going to go back to they're going to draft. They have the 12th pick in the drafts. And
Get some fat guys.
yes, but I also hope they draft Cody Williams because that's J-Dub's brother, and he's also good. So like that would be cool to have your both. So we have the Williams brothers, and then we have the Jalen Williams brothers. They're not related, but they just have the same name.
All right, that's it for the podcast. I think this was a good one today, but we probably should drop a Marvel podcast at some point.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get together and film.
And then we got the NFL season.
Yeah, division review is coming out.
That's my cup of tea. I'm more.
What about tonight? Can we film it tonight? I can get a list out.
No, we're not doing it tonight.
Can you
I'm
make a list now?
exhausted.
Oh, Oscar's got to do something. That's right. I say make the list now, and then we'll film after.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
We'll pre-record.
Exactly. Take a nap. I'll do the list.
No, I gotta go somewhere. So
I mean, sure, we'll do more podcast.
Make the list, and we'll get it.
We'll get a ton of action. I'll tell you that.
We'll do it another day.
What other day?
We'll do it the next time we film. We'll just do 2 podcasts next time we film.
Okay.
So, all right. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.